Hello YouTube, hello McTow, hello Red Pill. Don't win. For those of you who know me, for more than win, for more than Red Pill in the wind or McTow, for those of you who grew up with me, if you're somehow coming across this video, for those of you who saw me as the kind, caring, for those of you who knew me as a child, as the kind, caring, helpful young kid, helpful little boy. For those of you who knew me in my teenage years, as the angry, violent, rage-addled young man, rage-addled adolescence that should be feared. For those of you who knew me in my early adult years, as the workaholic that needs a break, as the Marine that as the weird Marine that was strangely humble. And those who, after my Marine Corps careers in the Army, knows the crazy cat that always has a knife. Here's the update. I am not the same person that I was back then. I do hold many of the qualities, good or bad, of each stage of my life. For that is a part of me. For that is a part of me. Now, I'm just a truck driver. Truck driver that is strangely a part of the National Guard, even though they threatened to kick me out. I will never be the same. I'm not that naive little boy. I'm not that angry teenager. But the thing is, once a Marine, always a Marine. I'm not the soldier that is living in a blue-pilled world. That is living a blue-pilled life. For that luxury was denied me, was denied to me. As it was denied many men. I can never again believe happy wife, happy life. I can never believe that not all women are like that. I can never do that again. After being through what I've been through and seeing what I've seen, hearing the stories that I've heard, seeing people buried that shouldn't have been buried, reading the laws, accords and the accounts of many people who have suffered, hearing from their own words, I can never be that way. I can't be angry because it's a predator doing what a predator does. I can't be bitter because you cannot control what life puts in front of you all the time. What you can do is manage it. The only thing you can do is manage it. I cannot be angry because it's the environment that has been allowed to permeate. The only thing I can do is accept it because I can't change it. I cannot change it. It's just the way it is. Whether I like it or not, it's the reality of the situation. I could try to fight it. I could try to negotiate with it, but it's always going to end in failure. Because I know this one thing, this one little red pill. I am never their first decision. I'm never the first choice. I'm not the first choice. And I refuse to be the last. Not the first choice. I'm not the first person. But I ain't gonna be the next. A while ago I said the black population is going to be bred out or bled out. But it's not the only population that's going to be bred out or bled out. In fact, another population is going to have the opportunity to at least be bred out. But back on track. The reason I say that I am already dead because I've foregone any delusions. I've foregone any delusions, any illusions, any hallucinations of passing down any genetics. I've foregone any hallucinations of passing down genetics. I've foregone any hallucinations, illusions of having a decent marriage where both parties do what they can to make a life for one another. Those are the blue pill illusions. Those are the blue pill hallucinations. I've accepted the criticism from the married folk, the men and women that don't quite understand, nor do they want to understand MGTOW or the ritual. The reason they don't want to understand is because they're in a relationship themselves. And they don't want to lose they don't want to lose their handles. It's like a dog. It's like a dog losing its own. Like a dog losing its own, its handle. Like a dog. That has no handle, that has no owner. Lost, confused. Doesn't know what to do. Cannot think for itself. That's ultimately what these men are. They can't think for themselves anymore. They don't know how. All of their thinking is done for them. I'm already dead. I am the walking dead. I am the walking dead in a MGTOW graveyard. Women will try to be necromancers. To try to bring men who are already dead back from the grave. Some women are successful. Here's how women bring dead men back from the MGTOW graveyard. They prey upon the weaker ones, the ones that are freshly dead, that are freshly corpses, the ones that haven't gone through decomposition yet. They may argue with them to try to get their minds, to try to fluster their minds online, and they may try to a gentle nudge. They try to nudge you away from the graveyard. In real life, they use proximity. Outside of online, they use proximity. Hold on. They use proximity. What do you mean they use proximity? Well, how should I say this? There's a difference between an arm's length conversation to a close order formation, close order conversation. They use touch. They use intimate touch to try to convince men. And some women use engaging conversation. I'm probably on, I mean, I don't know how close to full decomp I am. But I'm more than likely going to be harder than most. As I said, I'm already dead. I'm just waiting to be put in the ground. This is Rick on the Wind.